Jai Sri Ram, welcome to Bharat Marg, welcome Vinay Ji, thank you for joining us. And friends, we are going to talk to you something very important today. Okay, ये है Canada is becoming Pakistan Syria of the West. ओके, सी इट टू बिलीव, इसमें ऐसा कुछ चीज है वीडियो में देखने के लिए कि आप पूरा वीडियो देखें, इसमें ये क्षण भी इसको आगे पीछे मत करो. ओके, तभी आपको समझ में आएगा कि रियल कनाडा क्या है, क्योंकि इसमें कुछ ऐसा है आपको देखने लायक है. और आपके लिए इसलिए भी जरूरी है क्योंकि आपके बच्चे बाहर जाएंगे, आप बाहर जाएंगे, ये समझना जरूरी है कि आप किधर हैं, कैसा जगह में हैं. कभी हमारा ऐसा हो जाता है कि हम कनाडा में हैं तो हम सोचते हैं पूरा सुरक्षित हैं, ऐसा भी हमारा मन में आ जाता है. बट बिफोर वी गेट स्टार्टेड फ्रेंड्स, please make sure to like the video, comment on the video, share the video with as many people as you can, friends, because we need your help in spreading the word, friends. So please make sure to लाइक द वीडियो, कमेंट ऑन द वीडियो, शेयर द वीडियो. अगर अभी तक आप सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया चैनल को तो प्लीज सब्सक्राइब कीजिएगा एंड ऑल्सो बेल बटन दबाएं ताकि हम जब भी लाइव जाएंगे आपको पता हो जाएगा. हमारा बहुत सारा सेवा भी चलती है. संस्कृत फ्री में सिखाते हैं, वैदिक मैथमेटिक्स फ्री में सिखाते हैं. वी रन अवर ओन मैट्रिमोनियल ब्यूरो दैट इज आल्सो डन ऑन फ्री. ओके, सी फ्रेंड्स, वी एवरीथिंग विद अस इज फ्री and we take only donation. Okay, so please make sure to support us if you like what we are doing. If you like the Gau Seva, Gaudan, Anna Seva, Annadan, Havan, Puja we do, and one dharmic message every day आपके लिए मिल जाता है. अगर if you like all these things, just send us a WhatsApp +16479644790 to get our dharmic message and also to donate. And also, friends, please make sure to share this video and help us to spread the word. Okay, Vinay Ji, thank you for joining us. Welcome.
Thank you.
See, the question is, okay, before we show the video, I just let me show the video so that as we get started. Okay, the question is, Canada is Pakistan सीरिया ऑफ द वेस्ट. क्योंकि हमारा ऐसा लगता है कि जैसा पाकिस्तान में होता है, जैसा ये इधर नहीं होता है. मगर देखिएगा इसको दोस्तों. सी दिस एंड यू जज इट फॉर योरसेल्फ. ये विनय जी विल से यू वेयर इट एग्जैक्टली हैपेंड. ओके, इसको देखिएगा जरा. वाओ, ये इधर हुआ है टोरंटो सिटी में दोस्तों. ये एक लड़की को उठाया जाता है. ओके, देखिए ऐसा दिन के समय में. ओके, आपको दिखाई दे रहा है दोस्तों. ओके, लेट्स गो. ओके, विनय जी, व्हाट इज हैपनिंग? इज इट कनाडा? व्हाट द हेक इज दिस?
Well, it is a surprising thing that actually I was quite amazed to see this and also quite shaken, I should say.
You didn't believe first. You didn't believe first.
No, I did not. I thought this was fake news.
जब ये वीडियो आया आपको 2-3 बार रिसर्च करना पड़ा.
Exactly. I had to do some research and also make sure that I had to call some sources and also make sure that these are published in the in the mainstream media and all of that. So anyways, the incident, let me just give a quick walkthrough about the incident. So this happened a few days ago, just about last week, and basically what has happened. I mean, the incident actually happened on August 23rd in a very busy shopping center called Vaughan Mills. Okay, this is in the suburbs of Toronto, in a city called Vaughan, or they also call it Concord.
It is pretty much in the जिस लोगों को पता नहीं है, मैं उनके लिए बोल रहा हूँ, it is on the periphery of Toronto. Pretty much you are in
exactly.
Toronto.
Just like and the cities are so interconnected, right? Like you cannot distinguish between Toronto and Vaughan. You'll have to look at the border lines. Basically, there'll be a sign that says "You're now entering Vaughan Mills," or sorry, City of Vaughan. So that's basically how you identify, and it's at the intersection of Rutherford Road and Highway 400. Okay, it's about, I would say, from downtown Toronto, maybe on a good day, if the traffic is all good, maybe about 40 minutes, I would say. Okay. So the York Regional Police said they were called to that area at around noon. So this happened during daytime morning hours. Okay. Right, daylight, during the daylight. Okay, not at nighttime or whatever. So, four suspects, apparently believed to be armed with a gun, approached a female in the parking lot and allegedly forced her into the rear of a vehicle. Okay, she was actually getting into her car, and I mean, the way they, meaning the four suspects, pulled her out, and then started to, um, push her into this car that the suspects were driving. Okay. So the victim
Mhm.
was able to escape a short time later after the vehicle's driver traveled a short distance. So how she got out of the car? Maybe she just opened the door. Maybe they were not holding her, or maybe they decided to just kick her out, or whatever happened. We don't know. Okay, I don't know the exact details, but she kind of escaped from the car. That's the media publication there, right? And she sustained minor injuries during the ordeal, and that many people at the time, because it was daytime, probably around 11, 12 o'clock, around that time frame, when this incident happened, and there were a lot of people in the parking lot, and there were a lot of people who were filming this whole thing. Okay, people are so obsessed with, getting their videos out, like they're, putting it on TikTok, putting it on Facebook and Instagrams and whatever, that they are not, 100% into the
Means they
action.
are more cared about the views than the person.
Exactly, they're not worried
Yeah.
about the victim,
Okay.
the
Is that
person
right,
who is being
Vinay?
kidnapped. And now,
They
instead of,
are worried about the views. They are worried
exactly.
about the views more than the victim.
And I've heard this in the past as well, like when people, when somebody gets shot, somebody gets killed, somebody gets run over, or somebody gets hacked, when terrorist incident happened in Ottawa some time ago, people were only filming, and they were not even bothered about calling the police or calling the authorities. And this is the unfortunate part of today's society, today's world, where everybody is so obsessed about media attention, like, through Instagrams, through Facebook, and through TikToks and whatever, right? So this is the unfortunate part, and I'm very, very vehement about this whole thing, that, people are absolutely blasé about these incidents, and they don't care. That's exactly how I should put it. And it's very unfortunate, and I hope people understand that when a person is victimized, it could be you next. Okay, this is happening in Toronto. This is happening in
But
Canada.
now,
It's
what
not
was the
happening in
bigger motive?
Pakistan.
Anything
It's not
came out?
happening in Syria. Sorry.
Yeah, means what was the motive? Anything they police was able to get hold of these guys or no?
Um, right now they don't have a motive, because they would like to speak with anyone who may have video surveillance or dash cam footages in the area at the time of the incident. Okay, the suspects are described. This is a very positive thing, I should say, from the authorities. The suspects escaped, obviously. The suspect vehicle is described as a blue four-door Honda Civic with the Ontario license plate AXJN850. I'll repeat that, AXJN850. It's a four-door Honda Civic with the Ontario license plate. And apparently, this vehicle, even if it's traced, it was reported stolen from the city of Toronto on August 20th. So they were driving a stolen vehicle. So you're not going to get anywhere with it. And the suspects are described as black males with thin build, and they were all last seen wearing
With
black clothing as well as black medical masks and gloves. Okay. Police believe that this incident was targeted, and they said that the investigation is ongoing. They also previously said that they don't believe there is any threat to public safety. So, so basically, if it was a targeted
Hmm.
incident, my question is, how did they let her escape? They could have come back for her. And the other thing is, everybody knows that, you don't need to carry handcuffs and all of that today. People have tie wraps, and people have used this in the past. You can buy tie wraps in Dollarama. Okay,
Mhm.
you just if you're kidnapping a person, a victim, or whatever, right? I mean, people have used tie wraps. They show it in the movies, like
Mhm.
and you can't let the person escape if this is a targeted incident. So I am not sure. I don't want to comment on it because there's an investigation going on. But I'm kind of surprised that the police are saying this is a targeted incident without having investigated it further. So I think the police should come up with the facts very soon, hopefully, and and set the facts straight.
But the victim, did the victim know the person?
No, I don't believe there's
Did the
any.
victim know the person who were
No,
kidnapped?
I don't believe there's any statement about that whether the victim knew the people because they were all wearing masks. So maybe she knew, maybe she did not, but she could not identify them. So there's no mention of anything about the victim, knowing these people from before.
She was a white female. Is there any racism involved here
I don't
or
believe so
revenge
because
involved here?
this is so just for people's attention, Vaughan is a very is more dominated by Italians and Portuguese. So more, I would say more Italians, and Italians don't consider themselves white. They are kind of a different race altogether because whites are mainly Caucasians that are Anglo-Saxon. Okay, so Italians are not Anglo-Saxons, so that's why she's definitely not white. She was in Italian descent.
Wow. So you see here, this is the data of crime rate going up drastically. Okay, and out of control Canada with Canada is the largest home for people having no homes. Okay, how does these things play in terms of crime in Canada? Rise of crime
Well, this
means
is
this
not
is the last
this is
thing somebody wanted to see. We heard about the home breaking, this, that, car stolen. Now this has come to Canada, has come to this.
exactly. So this is not a one-off incident. Okay, so you got to keep in mind that these things have happened in the past, and these things are continuing to happen. And I feel that the crime rate of Canada in Canada is going up so drastically. It's attributed to many things because the one of the main things that I would blame is the immigration policy of our dear benevolent beloved Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. His radical way of thinking, his radical way of making uh, 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 drastic decisions and rash decisions, I should say, has led to all of this crime rates going up. Okay, so it's mainly the you got to understand that immigration is not just immigration, the legal people who are coming in based on the point system and stuff like that. It's actually the refugees, the people who are getting picked up from Syria and all these war-torn countries, and that is actually leading to a lot of issues here because these people are brought in here, and the government takes care of them, I should say, for about a year, giving them some accommodation, some food, and all of that. And then after that, they are so totally dependent on social service. And now they need to sustain, they need to survive. They don't have any skills, they don't have the language, they don't have the talent, they don't have any job
Means,
experience in Canada to work.
Vinay, let me hold you right there.
Mhm.
How come you are pointing out your finger to the refugees? Why not others?
No, I'm just saying one of the. I just said one of the. The screwed up immigration policy that I should say from by Trudeau is bringing in refugees from these war-torn countries. This the second thing, the other thing that has also happened is also bringing in people from. Other countries to as students and stuff like that, and these people have come in here, they're unable to sustain, and they come on student visas, and they come on work visas or whatever it is. End of the day, and then there are illegal immigrants as well that are trying to come in through other backdoor channels, and and they come in, and they come in on work visas, they come in on student visas, and when they come in here, they're asking for refugee status. They're seeking asylum, actually. I shouldn't say refugee status, sorry. They're seeking asylum based on persecution in their countries. So if they have legally come as students, if they have legally come on work visas, how come they come and ask for asylum here, and saying that they're back home, they're being persecuted? Like and the Canadian government is entertaining these applications. Apparently, 500 or something applications come in every day from asylum seekers. I was surprised when I heard this. So, and these are
In fact, Vinay, I was told the immigration system is so broken that when the student comes in, they are being recommended to go into asylum.
exactly, because you know what,
Why so?
these guys,
What is the advantage for them
yeah,
in
yeah,
it or for
they
the
have
country?
a network, and they work with these immigration consultants, so-called immigration consultants or whatever, right? And there's some kind of a nexus between these people coming in, and also the people who work here, and for a fee they will recommend all kinds of stuff, and they will take care of your asylum application and all of that, and they actually push these students to take on that. And now, how can you blame the system, because the system is completely messed up? And how can you say that, oh yeah, crime rate is going up, we don't know why? But these are the factors, this is why the crime rate is going up. I'm just going to give you one quick example about what happened just on August I think it happened on Wednesday, August the 21st, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, last week. Okay. So the three teenagers, okay, and guess what their age is? Two of them are 17-year-old boys, and one is a 14-year-old boy, all from Mississauga. They were charged with robbery and wearing a disguise with intent. What was their modus operandi? They used to attack these pizza delivery guys or food delivery guys, Uber drivers or Skip the Dish or whatever those drivers are, right? They come in and they assume that these guys are carrying cash. Okay, so basically, the victim was driving a vehicle around 11:45 p.m. on Wednesday, and and then these three male suspects allegedly approached him with their identities disguised, and police say that each of them had an edged weapon. Edged weapon means a knife. Okay, and they approached him, and the demand was made for the victim's vehicle, and they actually wanted the vehicle, not the cash. They wanted to take away his car, and he was forcibly removed. The suspects then fled the area in the vehicle, police allege, And shortly after that, investigators were able to quickly locate the stolen vehicle and coordinate a timely high risk traffic stop. Okay, this was the police version. And the three accused persons were taken into custody, and the three edged weapons were recovered. Okay, so they are all from Mississauga. The 14-year-old boy has also been charged with breaching two separate release orders, which means he was involved previously in robbery, assault, uttering threats, and carrying dangerous weapon. So
And
this
no
is
name
a
not
serious
known.
criminal.
Name is hidden.
Names are not cannot be revealed because teens cannot be identified due to provisions of the Youth Criminal Justice Act because they are under 18. But this is happening, and now guess what? Because these are youngsters under 18, they are immediately produced in Brampton court for bail hearing because they'll be let go on bail, and guess what? They'll continue committing the crime again. And the 14-year-old boy has 4 more years before he turns a major, before he becomes, oh yeah, now he can be put away and whatever behind bars and stuff like that. But 4 more years, the maximum punishment is like a slap on the wrist, and that's about it.
Wow. But Vinayji, just look at this picture on the crime rate. If you can just address this as a last thing, you know, how the crime rate is going up, and is there any solution at all? See, today's recommendation is if you have a nicer car, forget it, say goodbye. Okay.
Exactly.
This is the police reported crime rate in 22, and in 24 it has gone up much higher.
Yeah. And this is actually, it's a good graph, but it's only on the upward trend. The crime rate is going up, and it's unfortunate that it's happening very rampantly. People have become extremely bold, and they know that the Canadian legal system is pretty loosey goosey, and they know that it's not that they can get away with these crimes easily, and especially first time offenders are let go easily. They're not even, they're not, no big deal about it. And
And how about this homelessness causing the crime? Is there any relationship between this and this?
oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, like, the homelessness is because of, again, immigration's policy, screwed up immigration
And
policy,
economical policy too. I know a
and
lot
the
of good
economical
people became
policy, because a
homeless.
lot of these kids who are coming in as students, they're unable to sustain because they are living in like a small one bedroom apartment, and guess what, there are 8, 10, 15, 20 people living in one single bedroom apartments, right? And then the accommodation is so expensive that they are unable to survive, because when they come into Canada, they only bring in the money enough to cover their first semester fees and first semester accommodations and living expenses. However, what happens after that, right? And Trudeau opened up the gates for these students and said, oh yeah, you can work 40 hours a week. But okay, listen, a full-time person who is making a living for his family puts in 40 hours a week. A student, how the heck can he or she put
And
in
after 40 hours of work a week, you feel beaten up.
no, the other thing is, how are they able to study if they're coming for study purposes?
That's what I'm saying.
I
Even if you and me go for 40 hours of work,
Yeah,
you feel beaten up. How
I,
are they
I
able to?
recently I recently saw an ad, and this lady is advertising in Neighborhood Watch, next door, whatever that is, that app, and she's basically saying, "Oh, I'm looking for a job, and I've come here as a student. I'm just have to sustain myself and manage my living expenses. I'm very flexible. Monday through Sunday, I'm flexible. Anytime I can work, and no problem." And one question came up on the chat box, and somebody asked her, if you have come here as a student, when are you studying, when are you going to school? If you're saying that I'm flexible 24/7,
And
When
if you
do
are
you go to
flexi-
school?
and if you are flexible for what kind of work?
Exactly, that we don't know.
You
And
know,
that's the reason what is happening. They're unable to sustain themselves. And now, guess what? Some of these guys have decided, you know what? I'm going to go and set up a tent under one of the flyovers and live there. And people have found students in the past who have been living in these dire conditions.
unbelievable, unbelievable. But friends, this is Canada for you, and I hope and wish and pray it's saved. But Vinayji, thank you for coming and sharing the information. But it looks like it is going from bad to worst. Okay, I mean, I don't know if somebody could save it at all. Will it become non-repairable? Vinayji, just be honest and say one last word. Will it be even
I think
repairable?
the system can still be fixed because I've lived in Canada for a very long time, and I know the Canada, that I really enjoyed actually, and I respected, because there was a system, there was a fantastic, the immigration system was very balanced, and people here, and it's a multicultural society. But I'm now seeing only one kind of people coming into Canada actually, and that's becoming a little bit of an issue here. And it's I think we need a change in the government and change in the policies. So it's a
Yeah,
systemic issues that can only be addressed by the government.
absolutely. But anyway, friends, what do you think? Even Canada can be fixed? Is this the Canada you expected and came? Is this the Canada you want to come for? I know a lot of you want to come to Canada, right? How do you say, Vinayji? That one, how do you
Canada,
say? Canada. A lot of you want to come to Canada. Okay.
Toronto, and Canada.
Toronto, Canada. Right? So, how do you like it? Do comment and let us know. Thank you, Vinayji, for coming in
Thank
and
you.
sharing your thoughts.
Appreciate it.
And looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Till then, Jai Sri Ram, Jai Jai Sri Ram.